So we're given a problem, and the problem that we have here is Ni plus Cu plus Cl2. Now the first thing we're going to do is determine what kind of reaction it is, and second, what the reaction's product is. Now we can see that we have a single element reacting with a compound, and from that we can determine that it's a single replacement reaction. So once we know that it's a single replacement reaction, the next step is going to be determining what the product of the reaction is. Now since we have a single element working with a compound, we know that we have to take Ni, nickel, and replace it, Cu, or copper, with it. So what you're going to do is look at the activity sheet on your reference table to make sure that reaction will work. You know it'll work if nickel can replace copper if it's above it on the activity sheet. Because for a reaction to occur in a single replacement reaction, the element that you're replacing has to be above the other one, such as nickel above copper. So now that we know this reaction will work out, the next step is to write out that nickel will be replacing copper. So the equation will become Ni plus CuCl2 yields Cu plus NiCl. So the next step in that is to look at the charges. We assume that the charge of Ni, or nickel, is +2 based off the periodic table. And from that we also know the charge of chlorine is -1. So we'll crisscross those charges down. So it will be written as Ni plus CuCl2 yields Cu plus NiCl2. The next step that we left these blanks for is so we can balance the reaction. So you're going to write out what elements you have: nickel, copper, and chlorine. And you're going to go from the left to the right side. On the left side you have 1 nickel. On the right side you also have 1. For copper, on the left and right side you also both have 1. And as far as chlorines, based off the subscript, you can tell that you have 2 on the left side as well as 2 on the right. So based off that, we know that the reaction is already balanced, and you've completed finding out what kind of reaction Ni plus CuCl2 is, as well as the product. Congratulations, you chemistried.